Welcome to the Blackskins podcast. And today is Gratitude for Food Friday. I feel blessed to be able to talk about gratitude. First and foremost, gratitude, the positivity in your attitude, the appreciation that you have just for being alive, just for receiving air, just for knowing that you here in the land of the living, that you can and have been forgiven, and you are now driven to make sure that you get the things that the Creator said that you should have in your life. And that is simply to eat, drink, and be merry. We gotta have some gratitude for life. So many times I run into people who look at things negatively. They look at life as if every moment of their life they are supposed to be getting things exactly their way. If somebody says something that they don't agree with, they get all bent out of shape. If somebody do something that they don't agree with, they definitely feel that they have been wrong. And they feel entitled to their attitude. They feel the obligation to be rude and have no satisfaction for the food that they receive. Because they believe that they are the ones in control. So the whole goal of understanding life for real, so we can get what we really need to climb up to the higher heights in life, we must give reverence to the Most High. Reverence, the highest form of respect. And reverence is going to bring forth gratitude. You're going to be grateful. You're going to wake up thinking to yourself, I wasn't even supposed to be here. You're going to wake up thinking to yourself, I could have been in a whole different circumstance, but the Creator gave me a chance to continue to move on. I want you to move on eating good foods. Like I said, it ain't but one promise the Creator gave us. And that promise was that we were to eat, drink, and be merry. Happy with the food that you receive. Praying over your food. Praying for those who prepared it. Praying for those who shared it with you. Praying for those who harvested the food. Praying for those who had a hand in preparing your food. Praying for those who served you your food. Praying for those who poured your drink. Praying for those who gave you mental food to eat and allowed you to think critically so you could build. The Creator wants us to reveal the truth that is within. Not just the food that feed the body of man and your flesh, but feeding your spirit and getting your inner man's strength correct. And the only way you can protect your mind, protect your body, protect your soul, is to make sure that you have a goal. And what is that goal? I hope your first goal ain't about material things. I hope your first goal is to at least be able to control your own thoughts, to allow yourself to be pleasant to others. So many times we get caught up in life and we forget about gratitude. We forget about the happiness that we are supposed to have within. We allow others to begin to get on our nerves. We allow others to steal our joy. And there's no gratitude in that. And the reason I'm speaking on this so much is because this is the beginning. When we talk about gratitude for Food Friday, we're talking about first you have to be grateful. Not just for the food you eat, but for the air you breathe, for the water that you drink, for the food that you possess. And the Creator always makes sure you blessed because He taking you through many aspects for you to get your food. You can get your food by shopping and going out and making sure that you getting the best options at your local grocery store. Or you could be at a produce stand. Or you could be somebody who put your own garden together. You're growing your own food because you know how to deal with the soil. You know how to plant the seed. You know how to nourish that plant and make sure that it's watered indeed. You know how much water you're supposed to put on a plant because every plant doesn't require the same amount of water frequency. What are you pursuing and doing when it comes to how you're collecting food? Not just to feed yourself, but to make sure that you also feed your family. Cooking techniques. What is you cooking with? Nowadays, they got so many different gadgets that allow you to cook and prep your meals faster. Give you an opportunity to be able to do something else with yourself. I want to see us cooking with air fryers. I like using the Ninja air fryers. I got just about every one that they've came out with. The pizza oven one that fold up, the grill, the round one that you can put the trays in. I love the Ninja Foodie air fryers. And that allows us to be able to cook without using the fatty oils that and sometimes can be not good for your body. So air frying, not deep frying, but air frying is something that we need to make sure we get acquainted with. Eating good in the neighborhood. Oh, we have to support our local eateries. We have to support the people who have sacrificed their resources and time and energy and monies to put together eating establishment in your community that you can benefit from, that you can go and get a good meal, that you can be in an atmosphere like Cheers where everybody knows your name and they always glad you came because every time you come, you got to pay. And if a server came your way, you got to make sure that you left from a tip. So anytime you do that and you always are reasonable and know that servers must go for many hours to serve you. And in many cases, if it's the restaurant industry that is existing today, that there's no standard hourly pay for most waiters. And if it is, it might only be like $2. The rest is supposed to be coming from tips from those in the restaurant. So I hope that you have gratitude, because if you have gratitude, you'll go out and eat food and then not even want to give the waiter that served you what they deserve. But you have to have some wild nerve to think that you can be the one that can evaluate what somebody else deserves. That is judgment. And how you judge, just know that you too will be judged in that same capacity. I told you yesterday on Truth Thursday, even before I had gratitude for food, I told you that I don't like judging. And I don't like judging, not because we humans, so we like judging people. Let's not get that twisted. But I don't like judging for one reason. It's a selfish reason at that. And that's the fact that the Creator said, judge not, least you judge. Meaning the same way that you judging someone is the same way in which you going to be judged. So I like to look at folks and think to myself whether I agree with what they doing, whether I was pleased or displeased. I simply think that everybody do better. Like, that's my judgment. That way you look at me, if you have to judge me, if I got to be accountable to the same level of judgment, let that be that you look at me and say, everybody do better. Because everybody can do a little better. We don't have to do enormously better. But if we improve, if we learn something new and apply it, if we've been given a good word and then we try it, if we've found new items that we can add to our diet to boost our health, to give our mental wealth deposit, that's going to be able to help us get to the point of having gratitude for food, because you see that that food is giving you the health that you need. It is giving you the strength that you need. It's the nourishment that indeed feeds us, and making sure that we are eating a balanced diet, making sure that we know what works best for us. Everybody's body is different. Some people have food allergies. They might have tree nut allergies. They might have gluten allergies. They might have peanut allergies. They may have all types of allergic reactions to foods. Some people can't eat shellfish. So what you can eat versus what somebody else can eat may be completely different. But you must get in tune and know your body, so that way you can have an appreciation for what you're tasting. And you ain't wasting your time and potentially making your own self sick by not knowing what you're supposed to be sticking in your stomach. So, when we talk about food, the true vision for this podcast, this Gratitude for Food Friday, is to be out of the podcast studio and in the world at restaurants, doing food critic reviews, doing fine wine and dining, doing the best brunch and chill. Also knowing that YAHReal grills, and sometimes I want to grill. Sometimes I want to go to somebody else's spot and they grill, and we just chill and build on building the kingdom of the Blackskins family back up. When I talk about the Blackskins, a lot of times people think I'm just talking about those that are called blacks. No, I'm talking about those whose skin is black. Because it's a lot of people that have a dark hue, have pigment in their skin, and they don't identify with being black at all. I mean, you tell them they black, they'll be just about ready to attack. So that's why I had to add on more to it to give it a description. Not just that you're black, but your black skin. It's a description, more so than saying that that's a race or that's a tribe or this is a family. This is a nation, and families are built of many different characters. You got many roles in the family, many different generations in the family, but they all come together. And that's what I think and have gratitude for, that I believe that the Blackskins will come together. All of them, the ones it's of every hue. Every last one of you could participate. because we all have some pigment in our skin. We all have a taste of melanin. It might not be a whole lot. It might not be as deep as my burnt copper or bronze. Maybe I'll burnt bronze, because it almost still have a reddish tint, But at the end, we must begin to recognize that the minority is only because we have been divided. Just like so many food options, you slice the pie up. It's a piece here, a piece there. And not everybody share the same attributes. We don't all salute the same flag. We don't all pray to the same creator. We don't all think in the same capacity. We're not all within the same demographic. So our gratitude will be ranging based off of how we have arranged our thoughts and our minds in our daily lives. Do you have a team? Do you have a dream? Do you have a routine? Now, everybody will answer those questions differently. And based off of how they answer those questions, then their gratitude is going to be attached to what their life experience is. Not everybody is appreciated. And when you have a lack of appreciation, you have to take that lack of appreciation and not allow it to turn into frustration. And that's a hard task, because when you're not appreciated, you feel like you're the last one that the Creator is blessing. When honestly, it can just be that you're around individuals that don't have gratitude. I totally think that those with gratitude, that's grateful, they don't really indulge in being hateful and overly critical. They want to bring solutions to all order. They want to be able to be around those that are going to be instrumental in building and dealing with whatever cause. But everybody taking their role and everybody filling up their bowl, because it's a homecoming. Everybody will eat. It ain't just a potluck where everybody hope that they get something to eat. With true fellowship, everybody is accounted for. Everybody knows that people need to eat. It ain't that you just want to eat. It ain't that you thought to yourself, oh, I'm going to eat 5 days from now. No, it's daily bread that we need. We need to be fed. And what are you feeding yourself? We're not even really getting into that part yet. Because if your attitude is bad, who even want to eat with you? Because eating is a part of fellowship. That's why the Creator told us you will eat, drink, and be merry, because you're supposed to eat and drink and fellowship with those that you love, those that you're thinking of, those that you associate with, those that you want to be blessed. That is what we must be able to confess to ourselves, that we're not playing any games, but we are doing the things that allow us to be able to feed our community. And the only thing that's going to truly feed our unity is gratitude. Gratitude. We don't talk about gratitude enough. A lot of times, the only time I hear people talking about gratitude is on Thanksgiving. One day out the year, you want to let it be clear that this is what I'm thankful for. Because that's all gratitude is I'm thankful for life. I'm grateful for my family. I'm grateful for the critical thoughts that go through my mind that can go to the mind of others. I'm grateful for the Akashic record where I ain't gotta have every book in existence. I can be in persistence with meditation. And the lesson and the blessing is that the manifestations can come about. All you got to do is in your mind, not have any doubt. Let the Creator work it out. The reverence, the truest reverence, is knowing that the Creator know better than you know. So the gratitude for food that I have is the fact that I look to the Creator and I know that He knows better than I do. Do I know what I want? I know what I think I want. I know what I have been conditioned to want. But do I know if that is best for me or not? Long term, that I don't always know. So that's why when I go to my prayer closet, I'm asking the Creator directly, please protect me from my own wishful thoughts that could be deceiving me. I hope that the Creators believe in me when I ask Him directly to give me the best that He has available. Don't give me what I'm thinking. Give me what you know is going to benefit me the most. And then we can toast and celebrate the greatness that the Creator's grace has been able to shine a light upon our face. I have gratitude in my attitude, period. Whether I eat, whether I'm fasting, whether I'm communing with those that's within my community or getting a chance to have a lunch outing with my little ones, with my sons, or sometimes I'm able to have a lunch date with my daughter. I really appreciate the times when me and my wife can share a meal and just feel relaxed. Feel as if we just being, not trying to be anything, not trying to find an excuse to use to create a conflict, but allowing our discipline to keep us stuck in a stage of gratitude. I am grateful. I'm grateful that we have this time that we can share. I'm grateful that we are alive and here. I'm grateful that our mind is clear and we can stay in a point of enlightenment. I am enlightened to launch multiple billion-dollar platforms. And that is what gives me joy. That's what makes me merry. This platform right here, when we really dive into food, we start talking about the 7 different topics. We're talking about shopping for food. Where is you shopping at? Where you going to get the best deals? What's the price difference between getting one item at Walmart or getting a whole container from it from Sam's Club? What is the best cooking techniques for different types of foods? What are the foods that you can eat good in your neighborhood? Everybody's neighborhood got different goods and services, but what's the ones going on in yours? And then, more than just knowing where they at, making the application of taking yourself through their doors on a regular basis where they know your faces and they appreciate seeing you and you appreciate them because they are there to serve. How can we eat good food and then be a critic of it? Not talking bad about people because they didn't do this or they didn't do that correctly in serving you. But if they served you good food, good quality food, then you should be able to give it a blessing. Say thank you for the food. Have gratitude that they gave you some good food. And I hope that I have been able to travel around to different barbecues. I've seen different ones online in different states that I hope that I am able to go to them and get a plate and support their business and allow the synergies of different influences to get together to influence each other. Next, I want to really get deep into fine wine, because wine is needed. Wine is something that even the Messiah, when he was at the wedding, he turned water into wine. He turned water into wine because wine was necessary. The whole eat, drink, and be merry, I think wine helps out with all three of those because it pairs with the food that you eat very well. It is a drink, and if you drink it, especially if you drink enough of it, you're going to be merry. Even if you wasn't married before, you're going to be merry in a different way, you know. Then every Sunday, the resources to be able to go throughout the DMV and search for the best brunch locations. The best brunch locations. I am totally grateful. I have a lot of gratitude. And that's what we walking towards. That is what is to come from this time in the future. And just speak it into existence. I speak life. The Creator gave me words of inspiring universal change. And that change is coming through positive outlooks, positive innovations, positive directives that we will connect with you on. I don't want to talk about people unless we talk about what people are doing good. I ain't got no gossip for you in that category. If you're looking for that, this ain't the platform for that. This platform, every day, we're going to bring forth gratitude in our attitude. Even though we have gratitude for food on Friday, we're not going to allow ourselves to get burdened down with other people's burdens, with other people's doubts, with other people's mental droughts. That is going out. The lies, the things that just make you lose your gratitude in an instant, in one moment, as soon as it happened, people just coming up speaking ill. Because they are not speaking life. And those that are on a frequency of enlightenment on the highest scale of how the human mind will never fail, we got to make sure that we always have positive food for thought. When negative things are on the buffet, we can walk away. We don't have to put it on our plate. I don't need your negativity. I can say, no, I don't want that. And it don't have to enter my brain. I have to allow you to enter my brain and change my emotion. My emotions are going to steadfast, and I'm going to continue to last because I have gratitude for food. this Friday and many more to come. Hallelujah.